Fueled by their desire to go farther this conference than they have ever been, the SAVOGUE Aesthetic Spin Doctors, with their bolstered lineup, has been unstoppable here in the 2026 SPikersTurf Open Conference. Now with a new foe, the AEP CABSTARS, in their way tonight, will the Spin Doctors remain unblemished, or will the tides turn in favor of their challengers? We will find out here in our second game of today's doubleheader. It's Doreen Baguio reporting in the sidelines for the AEP CABSTARS versus the SAVOGUE Aesthetic Spin Doctors, only here in the SPikersTurf, where power meets passion.
As we welcome you anew to the volleyball venue here in San Juan, Doreen Baguio posed a lot of questions, and most of them will be answered at the end of this battle. For SAVOGUE, it's important for them to stay undefeated as they prepare for that match against Crisscross, which will happen on Sunday. On the other hand, the AEP CABSTARS try to get something going and try to improve on their own record as well. Hello, Jamie La Victoria. It's our turn to do men's volleyball this time around.
We have definitely an exciting match today. It's CABSTARS versus SAVOGUE, and SAVOGUE finds themselves at the top of the standings. And as for CABSTARS, you want to rack up more wins because round 2 already starts next week.
Absolutely. And we want to take a quick look at the team standings after the result of that 4-set win earlier by Crisscross in that first game today.
That's right. Crisscross defeated 3B in 4 sets, and with SAVOGUE earlier with a 3-0 win-loss record. And as for CABSTARS, they have a 1-2 win-loss record. Now, the last 3 open conferences were actually won by the Signal Super Spikers, so this title is up for grabs for this open conference.
And of course, only the top 4 teams will be able to move forward into the next round. Let's take a look at the previous encounter that was won by the Crisscross King Crunchers against the AEP CABSTARS.
Now in that game at set point, it was set point in set number 1. The blocking came alive for the Crisscross King Crunchers, and as for CABSTARS, they were unable to perform. They were unable to get those points into attacks, and that is why they lost to Crisscross in 3 sets. But take a look at set number 2, 29-27. Take a look at the stats as well. Crisscross was able to overpower in terms of spiking with a 47, and for CABSTARS 39. But let's see, today might be the day that they continue this streak here.
And as always, in spite of some cloudy skies, there's always a bit of sunlight that will come in, and there's always a bright performer like Nas Guasa, who had 10 points against Crisscross.
You know, this player did not get a lot of playing time in his previous team, but he has opened with this new team with open arms. He is now the 2nd leading scorer of this squad, found a new home, and let's see if he can continue that momentum here. It's important that they stay sharp, especially with the team against SAVOGUE.
And let's talk about the other team on the other side of the net. You know, we have been watching from the sidelines SAVOGUE through the number of years they have participated in the SPikersTurf, and they won against VNS. Pahaba na pahaba ang mga pangalan ng team natin dito sa SPikersTurf. Hindi nyo ba naintindihan na nahihirapan yung mga announcers, sabihin niya, sige na, pwede na yan. But SAVOGUE won against VNS AB Laticrat.
You said it yourself. Well, SAVOGUE has always been a team that has always aimed high in the past few years, but this is their opportunity to make it to the top. 25-16, 25-17, and 25-22. And take a look at the blocking of SAVOGUE. Tally 9 blocks versus the 6 of VNS.
Well, I'm not complaining. Even Chris King Caranchers is a long name if you think about it. But there's a short, nice ring to the name of Louis Ramirez when you talk about scoring for SAVOGUE.
Now this player, he has a lot of experience being in the last Pilipinas player. He was unstoppable in that game. He has boosted and elevated the lineup of SAVOGUE.
Correct.
He is a key player and he's also consistent. That's the difference with him. He is needed on the court. He doesn't create a lot of missed opportunities for his team, and that is why SAVOGUE is at the top.
Absolutely. And we will take a close look at how Louis performs in this game. So important for SAVOGUE to win this one as well, going into Sunday's match against Crisscross, Jamie.
That's right. If they win this game, they will gain that momentum entering Sunday. Louis tallied 10 points in their last match, but the test now is if they can continue this kicking finish here today.
We have a hashtag and a place where you can follow and join the conversation. Hashtag SPikersturfph2026. Jamie and I will wait for all your messages. And now, let's send it downstairs to the Coliseum announcer who will introduce the starting lineups for both these teams.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2026 Open Conference of the Spikers Turf, where power meets passion. This is the preliminary round. Match number 12 features the AEP CABSTARS and their challenger, the SAVOGUE Spin Doctors. Presenting our national officials for this match. First referee, Mr. Bobby Soto. Second referee, Mr. Joffer Educado. Let us now meet the starters for both teams. First, for the AEP CABSTARS, let's begin with their setter number 5, EJ Casanya. Opposite hitter number 9, J-Rap De La Noche. Middle blocker number 13, Fena Guanzen. Outside hitter number 14, Ruben Sabrot. Another outside hitter number 23, Jared Eshnaki. Middle blocker number 25, Gabriel Magsino. Starting libero number 24, Vince Lorenzo. Head coach for AEP CABSTARS, Mr. Christian Antiporta. Calling on the SAVOGUE Spin Doctors. Beginning with our outside hitter number 1, Shawi Caritativo. Middle blocker number 4, Jules Torres. Outside hitter number 6, Mark Calado. Setter number 11, John Christian Narciso. Opposite hitter number 21, Louis Ramirez. Middle blocker number 25, JP Bulgawan. Starting libero number 5, Rico Marmeto. Head coach for Spin Doctors, Miss Sydney Calderon. It's the CABSTAR versus the Spin Doctors, match number 12 of the Open Conference of the Spikers.
And we take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. Some familiar names and some new names joining the fray.
We have De La Noche, EJ Casanya, their starting setter, Jared Schnacki, who will be starting Maxino Abrot. And for the SAVOGUE Spin Doctors, we have Calado, JP, Caritativo, Ramirez, Torres, and Narciso, and Marmeto. Should be a good match as the SAVOGUE Spin Doctors have a perfect record so far. They want to win today, so they have solid momentum entering Sunday.
Earlier today, as we pointed out, win by Crisscross against the 3B Event Masters. 4 sets. They got shocked with the first loss of a set that they had earlier. First point belongs to SAVOGUE.
SAVOGUE with a strong start, and that was Sherwin coming from the right pin, a team that is very offensive. And they are the team to beat here in this open conference.
Serve of Caritatno. Here comes the set. The reverse. And we're equal with De La Noche tying it up quickly.
De La Noche tallied 16 points in their last match against the Crisscross King Crunchers. Let's take a look at that swing one more time through the block of SAVOGUE.
Oh!
JP with that A quick attack. Perfect reception by Ramirez. And a quick play by SAVOGUE.
And of course, our national team coach for the men, Coach Fregoni, is watching on. He's always checking on old and new players, I'm sure. Looking for new additions. In the meantime, they could not keep that. We're scoring right away off the first few passes. Huh?
Yes. Seesaw battle here early in set number 1, 2-all.
Magsino serve in play. Combination. Ramirez tried to hammer it. Oh, be careful.
Very, very risky attempt there. Jared Schnacky trying to get the first contact on that one. Early combination play ran by SAVOGUE.
Bobby Celso, the man in the perch upstairs. Joe Educado is the second referee. The serve, very powerful, now set. This is jammed, and we are tied at 3.
You know, CABSTARS have also a lot of offensive threats here. De La Noche being one of them. 2 points so far.
De La Noche with his serve.
Good reception.
Yes, indeed. And this one is too strong. It's outside. 4-3. CABSTARS with the early lead.
Oh, Coach Sidney will call an early timeout here.
Or is it a challenge?
Oh, excuse me, a challenge rather. Block touch challenge.
It's a challenge early on. Huh? It's almost like a timeout, actually.
Yes. It's a block touch challenge called by SAVOGUE.
And Coach Sidney already using the chance to talk to her team. We're not behind too much. It's 4-3. We've had some good exchanges on both ends of the floor, actually.
Good defense, good reads, good pickups.
Yeah, and we have some quality players. Well, with the dispersal of players from Signal, they've been sent through all the different teams. Good game earlier. The 3B Event Masters took the first set against a very sluggish Crisscross team that did not start with their usual starters. Then they went back to their strengths and they took advantage. And here it is. This is...
There's no block touch. So that is a clear swing going outside by Mark Galado.
And we now have the score at 4-3. CABSTARS with a slight lead. De La Noche continues to serve. J-Rock. Ramirez, the go-to guy.
This is why we did feature him earlier on the top of the coverage. Ramirez has just boosted the offense here for SAVOGUE, adding a lot of stability and firepower.
And now Louis Ramirez will be serving. His team and the other side tied up at 4 here in the first set. Kaboom, boom, boom. The set. high, easily handled by Ramirez. The reverse set. Attack on the run. It's down and out.
Now that's a good swing coming from the back row from Mark Galado. Perfect set right in front of the 10-foot line. Perfect elevation on that swing.
And this first set, and the lead changes hands now. It's 5-4 in favor of SAVOGUE. That doesn't last very long. We're tired than you at 5 after the service error.
High risk, high reward.
I guess that happens really in the men's game. I
Yes.
saw an Ateneo USD game. Josh Ibanez had 29 points. Ateneo had 29 service errors. No, I'm not kidding. And
Oh my.
It's Josh is able to score for one whole set. And Ateneo is able to
So
lose
good.
one set based just on their serve. 6-5 count here. Can't wait for Josh to join the party here. Number 14, this is Ruvens Abrot. Ramirez on the receiving end. Momento. Raw block, but kept very much in play with good floor defense. And this
Check
is
ball.
overcooked. Is it
Oh.
check ball?
None.
No.
Sherwin, lack of verse action in that swing. He was given the ball 3 times in that sequence. Was unable to score.
And that's Sherwin Garitano, who is unable to score. Ruvens Abrot serves again. Kaboom, boom, boom. Big set, blocked and kicked outside. Mark Gallardo gets it to connect.
You know, even if Mark Gallardo is in the back row, he is able to provide points. It wasn't working earlier in the front row with Sherwin. And Narciso is just having a lot of options and weapons for his team.
Yes. JP Bugawan is now darted in. He's in the middle. The serve very much in play. And it's G.J. Torres. And that's it out. We are now tied after the brief fling with the lead by the CABSTARS at 7-5. That didn't last very long.
But a better production by Sherwin. Better output off the block.
Here's the serve of Torres. Ooh, unable to handle it.
De La Noche just on fire here in set number 1.
Yes, and we have arrived at the first technical timeout. We will have more volleyball from the Spikers turf shortly.
Back here in the Spikers Turf Open Conference. It is always bittersweet for former teammates to find each other on opposite sides of the court, as is the case for powerhouse duo JP Bugawan and EJ Casania. Sabi nga ni JP, he's expecting that it's not gonna be easy for him to score tonight dahil sabi niya, alam na daw ni EJ kung paano siya gumalaw, having been Signal's frontline duo since EJ joined the team in 2023. Kwento naman ni EJ, si JP daw ang isa sa mga unang nag-guide sa kanya nung nagsisimula pa lang siya. So the respect is definitely there, even now as opponents. Answer 7, Jamie, as we've seen, another former Signal player just landed in CABSTARS, Jared Schnacki making his debut. So we have that guarantee that this match is going to be nothing short of a treat. Back to you guys.
It is simply Dorinzo Baguio, a reunion, and these guys are thankful they still can play their game they love, and they have a job.
Of course.
Score, 8-all. Dikit po ang laban na ito. This is a serve that flies out. CABSTARS have a lead of 1 point, and EJ will be serving.
Jared Schnacki on our screen. His debut today. Good serve by EJ.
Combination.
Okay.
Very simply done down the middle with Bugawan scoring.
What an effortless sequence by SAVOGE. Good reception, and Narciso activating the middle there. And no blockers found from CABSTARS.
They disappeared. God. Schnake. Casanya. Counter down the middle. Very much alive. Pushed back to the back row. Schnake gets it to connect.
That's a good swing by Jared Schnake coming from the left pin. I mean, Sirsev, this match so far here in set number 1. Seesaw battle.
Yes, it is. And both have tasted the lead. They've alternated with it. Here comes the serve of Schnake. Ramirez denied, but it is hit outside. They're looking for a check ball, a touch. They will challenge.
Let's see. It's a last touch challenge.
Can somebody put that on snooze? Parang gigising sa umaga niya. So my wife always says, I'll kill you. Turn that off.
Because you wake her up with your alarm.
Yeah. I wake
That's
up
the
very
worst.
I wake up very early to do things, and I'll kill you. 10 all.
Last touch challenge.
This is an interesting collection of players, daming national team players. Let's see. Hard to tell. Huh?
That POV is
hard to tell. I would even go. They have decided it's no touch, but it could have gone also inconclusive.
Yes.
But we'll play on. Tabla po tayo sa 10. Bugawan. EJ. Down the middle we go. Blocked cleanly. And, problematic. Tumama ata finally. Yep.
It's a disorganized sequence by CABSTARS. A misset by EJ.
And our ball got nowhere to go, really. 11-10, lead changing hands again. Bugawan serve in action.
Now that is off the block by Abrot. 11 all here in set number 1. Soriano in now for CABSTARS.
That's Jomar Soriano who will serve. Just above the net. Nice reverse set.
Good dig.
Yes, indeed. Keeping it very much in play. And that looks like it's inside. It is.
That's inside. Making the line there. De La Noche doing wonders for his team. Very stable here in set number 1.
Yes, indeed. Jomar Soriano will serve again. Oh, bullet-like shot from Torres after the set by JC Narciso.
That's a good swing here.
Full swing.
Yes. Torres.
Tabla na naman sa 12. Maxino darts out, and I think Soriano is out also. Anyway, the serve will belong to Mark Calado. Out.
I would say this is a slow start for SAVOGE.
Yes, it is.
With a perfect record so far.
Yes, it's
I mean,
sluggish,
Sirsev.
you know, sluggish.
Yeah.
And there's some tension also trying to stay undefeated.
Yes.
Down the middle, handled well by the floor D. Arbot reaching for it. Ramirez scampers away, gets out of the path of the set. Torres keeps it afloat, and Narciso. Ramirez shot, handled well by the other side. Espanso. This could take a while. Reverse set. Ramirez full swing. It is outside.
That one sails outside for Ramirez.
One of the rare times we will have a 2-point lead. A timeout requested by SAVOGE.
Pag sinabi ko forget the error, forget. Pero reminder lang, marami na rin tayong errors. Errors lang ang pumupunto sa kabila. Tayo, hirap tayong umabante kasi doon marami tayo. Okay? Number 2, pag wala tayong receive, mangyayari talaga yung pag wala tayong receive. Let's just recycle the ball. Flat swing lang gawin natin. Hindi na natin ipilit pa outside or paano. Ha? Tara, tara.
Very simple instructions from that corner of the venue.
SAVOGE already has 10 errors.
Ooh. Which are the points that have been scored by the CABSTARS, bulk of them.
7 rather, excuse me.
Well, that's still a lot.
Still a lot.
Still a lot. So 7 of the 14. What's he doing here?
Fifi Sharma.
Yeah, hello.
Supporting the Spikers turf.
Baka you need a player, huh? Middle. Louis Ramirez shoots and scores.
Better production after that timeout by Coach Sydney. You know, she holds her team at such a high level here in Spikers turf.
Here comes the serve by Louis Ramirez. Off the block, and Cesar checks the horizon. Ramirez hesitates. Excuse me, backs off from the line. Regalo not seen. EJ spots it. This is blocked, but it's still alive, Jamie.
Good up.
And Narciso, here's a setup. And the net is shaken.
It's a net violation by Naz Guaza. Great sequence between both teams. Good ups, good defense. Take a look at this net infraction here.
Yep, the body. We're rushing the net. 14 apiece in a set that has gone here, there, and everywhere in terms of the lead being shared by both clubs. EJ in play. Elevated high. And Shaw's shot will work.
No, this set was actually a bit too low to Sherwin, but he was able to make a way one-on-one against EJ Casania.
15-14, 1-point lead. Oh, that's outside. And we're tied at 15. Before that, 3 straight points by SAVOGE.
Abrot tying the match here in set number 1.
And will serve right now. We are close and tight every step of the way here. So far, no lead larger than 2. Bit of a joust. Schnuck unable to jam it. Because what you want at the joust is to really jam it, and that is hit away. It'll make it 16-15 in favor of the CABSTARS. We'll have more of this opening set coming your way after this technical break.
Si Coach Kitty, kinakausap niya kaming apat, kaming bago. Nagtutulungan kami para sa mga program na gagawin, yung sistema na kailangan namin i-polish. Ngayon, ang ginagawa namin is, una naming pinapolish is yung depensa and yung receive namin. Actually, itong preparation namin sobrang ikli eh. Pero ang maganda naman dito is lahat naman kami sumusunod, lahat naman ng team sumusunod sa gusto mangyari ng coaches.
You know this by now, UAAP Season 88 Volleyball is in full swing for both the men and the women. Watch the games every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Pilipinas Live app. Also available on the UAAP Varsity channel and on One Sports, because legends start here. 16-15 is the tally here in the opening set. Neither one giving any quarter here. Both are scratching and clawing at each other.
It is a battle. Round 2 already starts next week.
Yep.
And CABSTARS wants to break this run for SAVOGUE,
Oh, look at
but Marcalado will not allow that. Another great swing coming from the back row this time. And Narciso, good setting decision there.
I was about to say the same thing. So far, he's managed to spread the butter well over the pancake. 16 all is the tally here. Snake, Casanya.
Oh,
Ooh, Louis, not solid in his own platform for the day.
almost there by Louis Ramirez, but that swing was just too strong to handle.
Yes, too hot. Waza will serve. Their team just slightly up right now. Too high enough.
We've seen this with Guaza, with his serves. 17 all.
And the setter, JC and Narciso, will take care of serving the ball into play.
Good serve.
Just taps the net. Oh, until we go, but we play on. And that goes for the block.
Now that's a good sequence. Changing the speed and direction of the ball and breaking that triple block.
And Caritativo breaking down that wall. 1 point lead. And Narciso will continue to serve. Snack it, taps it over the hands. And Narciso elevates it. Be honest, the tap. Cleanly handled that time by Casanya. Oh! Touches Ramirez before flying out.
Already 3 points for Shnaki here. Coming from the left pin. Tried to go for a tip. Defense was there. But this time went down the line.
Casanya's serve. And Narciso, that is nearly missed by Bugawan. Snack it denied. Nowhere to go.
Marcalado did not want him to get another point. That's a perfect press. Synchronized block.
Yes.
Perfect from SAVOGUE.
Down the middle, and Narciso getting to it. And this is playable. Snacker tosses it over. Nice fake on the set.
Good
The set was
play.
beautiful.
Perfect execution on that combination play.
He hesitated on the first flight there. Just
Delayed.
delayed it. And now they have what is a luxury in the game so far, a 2 point lead.
Go. Ay, one good pass na. One good pass na. Okay lang yan. Gab! Gab! Pag matigay sa'yo, aggressive. Ha? Hindi tayo makaputin. Ha? Let's go. One good pass lang. Dalawa lang yan. Dalawa lang yan. Jay. Tara, tara. Go.
Let's take a look at that last play if we can. Here's that last play, Jamie.
It's a combination play, and Narciso delaying that set. The middles being a decoy, fooling the blockers.
Yeah, completely. 2018, 2 point lead. There's our national coach. Coach Frigoni is there. He seemed to have said to his coaches that let's get out of the house.
Let's watch live.
Let's go live. Double block, and look at this. The first 3 point lead of the first set.
This is SAVOGUE coming alive here in the latter part of set number 1 when they reach the 20 mark.
Yep. And their game is in good gear. That's blocked, but away and out.
De La Noche off the block. He will be that player that when they need that immediate side out.
I agree, yeah.
One of the vets here.
Jared Snaki will be serving. Down by 2. And it's wired. And it is now a 3-point lead for SAVOGUE. Spin Doctors try to close the deal here. Well done.
That's a good set by EJ Casania. Pushing.
Arbot.
Pushing that set to the left pin. Not
Oh,
easy thing to do.
Nope, it is not. And we are at 22-20. And we are now at 23-20, just like that.
Back-to-back missed serves for CABSTARS. Not the good timing you want.
We have Gampong, this is Mats Gampong, and number 14, Paige Paglaon, seeing action for the first time in the familiar two-man sub sequence. Casania,
Good dig.
Guaca, yes, kept it very much alive. One hand on it, and be honest, sends it over. Block, caught in the hair.
De La Noche actually going for his approach a bit too early. Mistimed that with EJ Casania. Tried to use his hang time, but the block was already there.
He drowned in the water there, surrounded by the sharks known as blocks. 24-20. Timeout taken.
One good pass na tayo, one good pass. Okay naman yung pass natin, di lang tayo makapatay. Ha? Sige lang, go, 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 go. Go, let's go! Go, 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 go. Second!
Stars!
CABSTARS losing out in the two-step dance here. They were alternating with the lead with SAVOGUE until some separation was created after point 18. There were 3 straight by SAVOGUE, and so far it's a 6-2 run by SAVOGUE, and they can close the set here. Not so.
Not good timing with that missed serve on this double sub. Actually, Coach Sydney taking risks putting in this double sub, especially when you're still trying to get set number 1. Oh!
That's an ace. That brings them within 2 points, and Coach Sydney needs to settle down the crew.
One good receive lang tayo. Okay, play natin fake tres, tas dos yung set. Ha, maliit yung advantage dito, maliit. Okay? Again, pag out of system tayo ulit, iangat lang, tapos recycle lang natin ulit.
Hey, one team!
Watch this.
Service ace. Better timing.
And you have to like the way that was framed by Coach Sydney. And let's recalibrate it. Let's recycle the offense.
My first time hearing that.
Yeah,
recycle.
It's good. Maiba naman, di ba? Ramirez elevates. Block, facial, pushed high, we are alive. Casania, and that's out. And we are done.
Oh wow,
Unless there's
CABSTARS.
a challenge.
CABSTARS was lucky in that sequence.
There's a block touch challenge from the crew of Coach Christian Antiporta. Ano yun, tinamaan sa mukha yung isa. Di ba? Facial. And here's, oh, that's too far off. And the first set belongs to SAVOGUE. And a very competitive spirited first set where both teams alternated with a taste of the lead until a breakthrough by SAVOGE towards the tail end, completing the 25-22 take of the first. My question to you, Jamie La Victoria, is this going to be the trend of this particular battle? Because both teams were scratching and clawing at each other until someone broke through towards the end of that first.
You know, they did wake up in that latter part of set number one, back and forth at the start. But you got to talk about the offense of SAVOGE, spread out evenly with Ramirez, Shawi, Caliado, Bugaon, and Torres. And as for CABSTARS, only 3 players, De La Noche with 6 points so far. Let's talk stats. 13 attacks for CABSTARS and 17 for SAVOGE. But take a look at that number, 8 errors in set number one, which only started in the start of set number one. They were able to ease their way in the latter part after those crucial timeouts. Wise words from Coach Sydney. They were able to come out of that slump and have a good finish in set number one.
And you can tell the determination of both clubs, the intangible, so to speak. You know that SAVOGE wants to, as Jamie pointed out, to build that momentum in preparation for that 5 o'clock Sunday encounter with Crisscross, which won earlier today in 4 against the Event Masters. And in the meantime, CABSTARS want to start a winning run of their own here. Some changes. Doria will see action for the first time on the CABSTARS lineup. Michael Dorian wearing number 18. Vince Lorenzo continues to be their libero. Arbot is still there. On the other side, more or less the same crew. And our setter, JC and Narciso, will get us going. Here's Lorenzo elevating it high, over the hands, but not quite. And Narciso says, here, fire! Arbot, Casanyan. Over 2 defenders, De La Noche. Crafty move.
Deceiving play by De La Noche. You could see that approach. And split second, going for that tip above that block of SAVOGE. Defense was not ready. Oh my! I saw that.
Hammer time.
No words for that combination play. And Narciso activating that one.
He was building a cabinet in the house. There was a nail that was sticking out. Might as well hammer it in. We're tied at 1. But the momentum does not last very long as Caritativo sends it into the net. Snaki will serve. Good set. Well done.
Good execution with JP on that back quick. You've seen a few of those coming from him in set number one with the A quick and back quick. A lot of weapons here for SAVOGE. And the new players were able to fill in the missing
That's true.
pieces
That
of
is
SAVOGUE.
exactly right. 2-all. Lorenzo. Nice set. That punches through of the shot by Armon.
Now you got to give it to EJ Casania. Perfect setting so far. I mean, he is new to the team, so of course the chemistry is slowly building here, but good performance so far.
I agree. Abroad taking care of nailing that through. They have a 1-point lead. Louis, touched last by EJ.
Remarkable swing by Louis Ramirez. Another good setup by setter Narciso. And no blocking found by Nas Guaza.
You know, what I like about the setting of Narciso is that he looks at the floor. His head is constantly darting left and right, where to go, checking the other side. De La Noche, however, burns the floor defense.
Mentioned this earlier, tallied 16 points in their last match against the Crisscross King Crunchers.
Count stands at 4-3. We are in the second set. SAVOGUE took the first, 25-22.
Oh my.
And that's out of reach.
I mean, Lorenzo was in the right spot, but the swing was just too heavy for him to handle.
And we have the count sewn together at 4. Louis Ramirez assigned to serve now. Guaza. Get out of the way. Caritativo. Nicely decision. But the Arbot hit the antenna.
Yes. Good idea. But a lack of proper execution here. And also court awareness.
Brett suddenly found that I am too far from the shore. I went snorkeling. It was too much fun. Lorenzo. Guaza!
Okay. Now if CABSTARS activate Guaza a bit more, it will definitely help in the scoring here. Because the reception and digs, they are steady here for CABSTARS.
We've got a good one going here. Glad you could join us with yours truly, Seb Sarenta, and Jamie La Victoria, Doreen Suay Baguio, Caritativo, and it picked up downstairs. My abroad, oh boy.
Marcalado not expecting that down the line swing by Shnaki.
Take a second look.
Good elevation.
Oh, that, yep. And his arms were not in position. It was really
too fast.
That's also one. And he probably in his mind now he's not gonna go down the line. Oh, bawi.
Shawi breaking the block of CABSTARS. Quick and easy side out. Take a look at this broken block.
Caritativo tying it up again. We were at 6-all. Kept very much in play. Still alive. Caritativo off the hands and scores again.
You know, mind you, it's against a triple block. And Shawi just elevating there. Good coverage by JP. And Narciso giving him another opportunity to score.
Worst person, if you're on the defensive end, to receive it again on a long rally is the same person who missed earlier. Torres. Oh, look at that set. Almost got away with it.
Outside.
That's outside.
Good risk by EJ.
And we have a 2-point lead of Rarity in this first set, and that leads us into the technical break.
Back here in the Spikers Turf Open Conference, another former Signal player finding a new home here in SAVOGUE is Louie Ramirez. At kwento nga ni Louie, malaking factor dito sa performance niya sa SAVOGUE is that his former team has actually started training already way back in January. Kaya naman kwento ni Louie, kondisyon na talaga siya pagdating niya sa bagong team niya. Although Louie admits feeling heartbroken with what happened with Signal, sabi niya kasi akala niya doon na siya tatanda at mag-retire. But of course, such is the nature of this line of work, at sabi ni Louie malaking fuel sa kanya ang pabaon na advice ni Coach Dex, which is to make him proud and to carry the same standard and pride in this new chapter. Back to you guys.
Nice story, Doreen. And sometimes when those things happen, especially in the pro runs, you don't look at the points you lost, but the points you will still win.
Yes.
You look down the road, what's in front of you, and all those cliches you can imagine, but it works. In the meantime, 8-7 tally here as action resumes. Guasa will be serving. Must have been quite a surprise. I have no idea how it happened. Must have been quite a surprise for the players who were already in training, Jamie.
Oh, for sure. Especially right after the holidays. You
Yeah.
want to enter the start of 2026, you know, in good spirits. But luckily with Ramirez, he was able to find a new home here. He mentioned that they did start training already in January, and how you play is how you train, and we're seeing it here in the Open Conference.
And you cannot control the slings and arrows of the way business goes.
Right.
And then, therefore, it's a call of the teams to proceed or not. We have it now at 9-8. EJ will serve. Down the middle, it is read by the defense.
Oh,
That's an over. That's a beyond, and it's either a double contact or reaching beyond.
that's the right call. Reaching beyond.
And look at this, 3 straight points registered by the CABSTARS. Hello.
That's down, yep. Not the right pancake save by EJ Casanya. The rare times we'll see a tip.
Capitativo. Casanya. Ooh. Capitativo. Throw back. Ramirez shoots away
Wow.
into the open spot.
Where was the defense of Abrot?
Sometimes when you're in the air, you can see those trouble spots.
Yes. Clear vision.
Ah.
I'll go where no one is.
Nobody home. Huh? 11-9. And that's blocked away. Shnaki slamming it into the pair of defenders.
No, Shnaki has been on point. He has been consistent so far in the scoring.
Nice flight, but defense aware of it.
Oh, that's too tight.
Oh, and it became a regalo of sorts. Ramirez using the stronger wrists to push that down, actually.
You know, that set of EJ Casanya was a bit too tight for De La Noche.
And that's what you want to do with those jumps. Just don't jam it, you push it down.
Yes. Got to time that perfectly.
You can, because you can't catch it and hold on to it too long.
Yes.
Oh, however, Bugawan sends it into the net. The lead is reduced to 1.
SAVOGUE already with 4 blocks here in set number 2.
Doria will serve. Playable. Nice set. We have a challenge in action. What could it be from Christian Antiporta?
A net
ball.
fault.
Because the challenge was done in play.
Yes.
This is different from my challenge when the ball is dead already. Let's see how they decide on this.
It's a net fault rather.
Pag walang music, ano, para tayo nasa library.
Yeah, we need some.
Yeah. Wag walang music. Wala
Yung
tayo.
Hunger Games na
Ah,
theme song or something.
Ito.
Let's take a look at this here.
Hello,
Ooh,
Guaza.
Guaza. It's actually Guaza with the net fault. Oopsies.
And I think he and his
No
assistants will talk later. And suddenly, the lead is
Nice try.
13-11.
Nice try. Oh!
That just inside where the challenge comes up. Ball in, ball out, most likely.
Interesting. CABSTARS will use their last timeout on that,
Or challenge.
excuse me, challenge.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Ball in, ball out. Nagulat si, I think it was Abrot who got surprised.
Ball in, ball out challenge.
It looked in. Let's see.
Oh, wasted 2 challenges within 2 sequences. No comment.
Calado.
Ooh, that's tight. Oh!
No, if somebody was there close to the net, that could have stayed alive. But no, it did not. So it's reduced to a 2-point lead here in the second. 14-12.
Good efforts by SAVOGUE, but CABSTARS, they needed that side out.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Have you noticed that SAVOGUE rarely goes for the basic open set?
Yes.
There's always a combination, or they'll quick, or they will reverse.
And that's good because they are not predictable.
Yeah. They just don't, unless it's a broken play when they have to go
Yes.
play Procento. But most of the time, they do not play with the predictable open set.
Oh!
Airtight. And SAVOGUE threatening to take a 2-set-to-love lead in this battle and build some momentum for Sunday. And we will have you back with us after this technical timeout break.
Spiking, Brian Bagunas. Receiving, Rico Marmeto. Digging, Beam Giones. Blocking, Gilles Torres. Service, Marcus Peo. Setting, Joshua Retamar. This is my perfect spikersturf player.
All-star lineup ni JP Bugawan. At huwag kakalimutan, AEP Season 88 Volleyball is in full swing. You know that. Watch the games every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday on the Filipinas Live app. And you can also catch it at the UAAP Varsity channel and on One Sports, because legends start here. And suddenly, busting out of a close second set, 4-point lead by the Spin Doctors. Huge serve, still in play though. Swung over by Lorenzo. Pipe attack into the hole. Louis has just developed that.
He just knows what to do. Exudes a lot of confidence.
Yes, I agree.
And not too much. Perfect player for SAVOGUE.
They needed a go-to player
Yes.
who could score heavily, and that is Louis Ramirez.
A closer. They
Yes,
needed
a closer. That's even a better term. 5-point lead now being maintained by the Spin Doctors of SAVOGUE. Ooh, from downstairs in the cellar. And that is even delivered upon by Torres.
Clapping from Coach Sydney. Good defense by Louis Ramirez to activate that middle blocker.
Lead is now increased to 6. Missed. Well, this is the nature of the men's game, and we saw that in the World Championship also. They'll all serve with the cannonball jump serve. High risk, high reward, as you say, Jeremy. Nobody serves soft anymore.
Of course.
And even in the women's game, so many are jump serving.
Oh!
That crawls over the net. Surprising. The Spin Doctors who had pulled back defensively.
CABSTARS jumping for joy after that sequence. Lucky break.
Yeah. Ramlu with his serve. Kept in play by Merto.
Just a delicate 1-2 play by Narciso. First point of the match.
That's the whole key to that. Not doing it all the time. Keep it as a surprise. 5-point lead. Messy first ball.
Oh!
It is foiled. Kept in play. Alive. Too close to the net. And Narciso battling there. Miss by Caritativo.
Yep. Shall we? Rare error here in set number 2 by him.
I sense that he took his eye off the ball. He saw the floor.
Yep.
I speculate, of course, but it's a 4-point lead by SAVOGUE. Nicely picked up that time by Caritativo, who shoots and
Fair touch.
misses.
Untouched.
Coach Sydney wants to huddle up the crew.
Pinutol ko lang ha. Pagbalik natin, kalma lang. Unahin muna natin yung receive, execute tayo na maayos. Guys, pa-endgame na tayo. Okay? Huwag na natin bigyan sila ng chance. Let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Hey, SAVOGUE!
Practical volleyball life advice. Let's not give them a chance. Nanggigigil si Joey Caritativo. Naiinis siya. In the States, what do they call giggle?
Oh,
Do you
that's
remember?
a,
Or being Pinoy, you know what it was.
I can explain it. It's
But you know what it is,
yes,
right?
of course. It's like can't contain
Yeah.
your emotion, but it's not a bad thing.
Yeah, giggle is a nice. It can work for you actually.
Yes, if you can control it.
Oh, look at this. And nanggigil sa net. Ayun, na-block tuloy. That is Doria, who sealed the wall there. Lead is now reduced to 2. 3 straight points by the CABSTARS. AEP CABSTARS. Kaboom, boom, boom. What is the call? Net. And Doria acknowledging it.
And that brings SAVOGUE to the 20 mark now.
Coach Kiporta wants to huddle up.
Good guide naman, good guide naman.
Oh, listen. Oh, masyadong aggressive, Dory. Hey guys, gusto ko yung focus tayo. Gustong-gusto namin yung focus. Pero nakakalimutan natin mag-enjoy. Di ba? Smile lang. Every time nakapuntos tayo. Di ba?
O, tatlo lang, tatlo.
O, tatlo lang niya. Habulin natin. O, let's go. Wala yung energy natin. Let's go, let's go. Go, go, go. Pa-plantain na kayo.
Nothing wrong about that piece of coaching, but I do get a kick out of it when coaches say, enjoy lang tayo. Hirap
Come
gawin.
on, have fun.
Ang hirap. And when you're in the lead, that's easier.
Yes.
But you know, I think what Coach Antiporto is saying, you're too tense. But
Still good?
Yes,
Oh
it is.
my.
For some strange reason, and they did not get the point.
You know, that's what Coach said to his squad, to CABSTARS. Especially, take a look, that could have been a service ace.
But they kept it very much alive, man. 21-17. That one curls on top of the net. And nicely done. Good baseball slide there by Dionis.
De la Noche.
Oh boy, when I see you, I do miss watching it. What I used to call Pac-Bell Park. Love watching baseball there. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice
The
cold.
breeze, yeah, exactly.
Nice cold.
The weather's perfect.
Bingo!
Okay. Here we go. SAVOGUE coming alive yet again. When they reach that 20 mark, they usually have slow starts, but when they're there, they do have that finishing kick.
Snake.
Oh,
Blocked
almost.
away. Noche knows how to play that sideline.
Very effective, consistent, good tandem between him and EJ.
JM sponsors the other libero for the CABSTARS. Down the middle we go with Snake serve. And it's down and out as Bugawa saw the empty space.
You know, CABSTARS was actually awaiting for a strong swing, but you have a lot of veteran spikers here in SAVOGUE who know how to play and activate those tips.
Those guys have been doing it forever. Bugawan, Ramirez. Might attack. It is a check. Veritativo touching it last.
This time, Shnaki coming from the back row. SAVOGUE still up by 3.
Doria made sure that sailed in. Oh, well done. Ramirez brings them now to set point. And Gampong and Imperial will come in.
Double sub.
Yes. And Vince Imperial will try to close the deal and as he serves at set point, sorry. Nice tip. Dionis gets to it. Nice hook, but kept very much in play. Off hands, there is a net scrape.
Yep, Ramirez admitting to that one. Set point saved here.
Yeah. And SAVOGUE will huddle up, try to regroup.
Combination play sa gitna. Dito yung maliit. At the same time, sino yung nasa likod? Shawi. Okay. Kailangan lang natin itong ma-stop kaagad para makuha natin to.
Secure pa. Saan?
Hey, go to it!
You know, Coach Sidney has very short, sweet, and direct to the point timeouts. Does not waste a lot of gap time.
And her tone is the same every time out. It's a good approach, especially when things are heated.
And it's derecho to the point.
Right.
Stopin natin to, ganito yan. And she doesn't fall into the trap that what pass, di ba?
Specific instructions.
Specific, right away.
Oh my. Untimely.
And that hurts. You know, the timeout was not meant to freeze the server, actually. It was meant to calm down the spin doctors, but life has some strange twists and turns. That's the score of the after 2 sets. We'll have the third ready for you shortly.
You're still watching the Spikers Surf Open Conference. It has been a treat of a match between CABSTARS and SAVOGUE here. And as we're heading into the third set, we are joined by Coach P. Sulit of SAVOGUE. Coach,
Hello po, good afternoon.
SAVOGUE is up 2 sets right now.
Yes.
What has been working well for the team in the first 2 sets?
Nag-focus lang kami sa blockings and at the same time, syempre yung una yung receive muna. So, nag-focus din kami sa receive para at least pag may receive kasi, madali na kami makapag-penetrate ng mga set plays.
Coach, ngayon papunta na tayo sa exciting part heading into the third set. Ano pa yung mga gustong makita ng coaches to create a bigger, more comfortable separation in the third set?
Ganun pa rin siguro. Una pa rin kasi nung first sets, marami kaming errors. So, lessen namin yung errors. And then yun, receive pa rin. And then focus sa blockings. Kasi alam naman namin na yung CABSTARS are signal players yung iba mostly.
Yes.
So yun, focus kami doon.
Coach, before I let you go, last question. Gaano po ba kahalaga for SAVOGUE to keep the win streak, to keep the momentum moving forward to your last game in the first round of elimination?
Sobrang importante sa amin to kasi dito namin mag-gauge yung strength namin. And syempre yung confidence ng team. So pag na-straight namin tong first round, syempre mataas yung confidence namin sa upcoming games.
Thank you so much, Coach. We look forward to the third set. At dahil nga nandito na tayo sa exciting part, balik muna sa inyo, Sir 7J.
Thank you.
Okay, we'd like to thank the coaches for the opportunity to get into their strategies, their minds, and their what they're going through para we gain a better understanding of the game as well.
Well, Coach Carino did mention that when the SAVOGUE Spin Doctors have good reception, they are able to penetrate those combination plays, and that is what we witnessed in the latter parts when they reached that 20 mark of set 1 and set 2. Yes, they had a few service errors in set number 1, but they were able to fix that in set number 2. And as for CABSTARS, when it came to the second set, they were unable to get those attacks in the latter part. Let's talk about the set 2 stats real quick. 13 attacks for CABSTARS and 17 for the Spin Doctors. The disparity in numbers not too far, but it's the Spin Doctors overpowering the attacks of the CABSTARS. Of course, we got to talk about Mark Aliado, Shawi, Ramirez, JP, and Torres, a spread out offense. And as for the CABSTARS, De La Noche with 11 points, followed by Abrot. And Guaza only with 1 point so far. We talked about him on top of the coverage. He has been silent this entire game.
Has not been set up cleanly so far. And he's been scraping the net on several occasions. So let's see if he explodes or gets going here in the third. 2-set lead by the Spin Doctors.
Leading scorers De La Noche. Guaza just needing to be activated way more. But SAVOGUE is up 2 sets here.
SAVOGUE now at 3-0 in the team standings, trying to stay in step with Crisscross that won earlier today against 3B. CABSTARS want to win so they can get tied up with Alpha. In the meantime, can't blame SAVOGUE for wanting to win this here today in preparation for that big game on Sunday, the third scheduled game.
Yes, believe that is against the Crisscross King Crunchers.
Yep.
Should be a good one.
Will be a delightful one. Snap it, tossing it over. Blocked. And we have 2 points now registered by the CABSTARS, 2-0.
CABSTARS, we can hear the second six screaming and shouting, and they need this here in order to extend this match.
The tap, nice dolphin drive by Lorenzo. Imperial sets. Oh, it's on the ground.
That's the swing by Mark Gallardo. Coming from the right pin this time, SAVOGUE up by 2 sets. And a free ball from CABSTARS.
Perfect angle. Here's Yuri Austria serving at 1-2. Lorenzo. Block. Nowhere to go. We're tied.
That's one of the rare cases that we've seen a block on De La Noche. He has been causing problems for SAVOGUE. Synchronized block this time with JP and Ramirez.
Better coverage of the line actually by Ramirez there. There's Lorenzo Casanya. Down the middle we go. Doria's shot is red. Ramirez hammer time. And it's 3 straight points by SAVOGUE after the first 2 of the CABSTARS.
Yeah, Imperial doing the setting here for SAVOGUE and off the block by Ramirez.
Austria serve and play. Schnake hits the antenna.
Tried to go down the line. Hits the antenna. Take a look at that one more time. Miscalculated that one.
Yeah, the defensive hands bothered him. Changed his view of the scenario. And that service short.
Captain Austria seeing court action for the first time.
One of the regulars of SAVOGUE through the years, actually. SAVOGUE has been around competing hard, even when there were strong school teams. In the meantime, positional problem with Rico Mamerto and Yuri Austria ending up grappling with, well, watch this, says.
In between.
Yes, which is the right place to send it, actually.
Not easy task.
For the receivers, no?
Yes.
For all. Bugawan hammers that, but it's handled well. Tough angle to work with. And there was nowhere to go for De La Noche.
JP and Ramirez having a little talk after that block. Take a look at their location here.
You're right, that's a key word, location. Ooh, snap the serve. And we are tied at 5. Bugawan serve in action. And Ramilo gets going here.
Ramilo coming from the left pin. Hopefully he can change things here for CABSTARS. That's a good set as well by Casanya.
Imperial chases it off hands, straight into the bench area of the CABSTARS. Tied again at 6. Go ahead, please.
Coach was in the way of the players. They were still running to get that.
And coach turns back the hands of time. Do I get it or not? 6-all count. Again, this set starting in the same way the first two sets went, actually. Lorenzo puts it in the air so that everybody can scamper back to their defensive positions. Snake makes it a toss. Ooh, Ramilo had to toss it over. Lorenzo is all over the floor. And then a hit.
That would have been a good opportunity to set Guaza. You could see his frustration after that sequence. He's wide open.
And now Casanya's talking to Guaza. Let's see. Next play. Calado. Ramilo. That's sharp and true. De La Noche.
De La Noche. What a swing coming from him. Casanya. No block found by SAVOGUE.
De La Noche with a good collection of 14 markers across his name here. That service too long. And we get to the first technical timeout of the third. Stay with us, please.
Back here in the SPikersTurf Open Conference. Nas Guaza's journey in the SPikersTurf is nothing short of remarkable. From Nigeria, he started playing in the Philippines in PCU, but at that time, the opportunities were few and far between. That is until the Navigators Iloilo found him and he got to play in the SPikersTurf. But for Nas, the big break, the dream was getting to Signal. So you can imagine, Sir Seven Jamie, how much of a shock it was for Nas when that dream was halted. That's why now that he has this opportunity to keep playing the game he loves, it's a chance that Nas is not taking for granted. And fun fact, Sir Seven Jamie, on top of playing for the CABSTARS, Nas is actually managing a business in Nigeria plus a corporate job in tech. Lots of tricks up his sleeve on and off the court. Back to you guys.
They don't have time, no? These people.
Busy bee.
Yeah, to be young. When they always say, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. Guaza denied entry, but the ball's still alive. Kaboom, boom, boom! Ang galing na SAVOGUE sa broken play.
Yes. They just know what to do. Ramirez, just unstoppable this game.
Yeah. And they know how to feed Ramirez. Whether it's Imperial doing it or the other guy who started, and Narciso.
And Narciso,
And
yes.
Narciso, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
That's blocked. And that's nowhere to go. Owa with the door slammed on him. And the lead now is four straight points by SAVOGUE.
You know, Casanya has been targeting the pins, the left and right pin. No attempts in the middle. The blocking of SAVOGUE already know where to be placed.
Yeah.
The offense is a bit too predictable now for CABSTARS.
And the run of Luis Ramirez in the service area comes to a halt. It's now 8 against 11 as we will have Owa Ramlu serving. Ramilo serve in play. Ramilo trying to contain it. Lorenzo sends it airborne. Snake dumps it over. Imperial on two and scores.
Easy peasy here for SAVOGUE. well-oiled machine. Everyone knows their responsibilities, their roles. 1-2 play.
And using his southpaw hand to throw off the defense. 12-8. Torres' serve. Oh, Hammer, it's out.
Good
Snap
try.
is again, it's out. That was full acceleration into takeoff, but it's 13-8. We try to listen now to this timeout.
Sige lang, JJ, tsaga lang tayo. Tsaga lang. Pass lang tayo, pass, ha. Okay naman. Sige na, tsatsagay lang natin to. Oh, go. Sige lang. So much aggression. Out of control. Go. One good pass.
You hear that whisper? Too much aggression, out of control. Yes and no.
Yeah.
You need it to keep your energy going, but they've lost a bit of control as they've fallen behind now by 5, which has been the trend of the sets, Jamie.
Yeah. I mean, that's what Giggle is, right? It works in your favor if you know how to control it, and that's what SAVOGE was able to polish throughout this entire game.
Joe, that is blocked and nowhere to go. Bugawan and Austria conniving there.
You know, these are the in-game adjustments, right? We've seen 2 blocks on De La Noche so far here in set number 3. They've had trouble blocking him all throughout this match, and this is the perfect time to gain that momentum here in set number 3.
Austria was telling Bugan, thank you, we're teammates now. Huh?
Salamat.
Before you always block me. What's the call? The ball with the point belongs.
Interesting.
Yeah.
There will be a challenge called. It's a net fall challenge called by CABSTARS on the swing of Jared Schnacky.
$15-8 is the current score. First 2 sets going the way of the Spin Doctors. There's a look. Yep.
Look at Imperial.
Tried to,
to hide.
Okay, if you look at the left side, it's unsuccessful and the score will be stepped. Remain the same. And here comes Torres and his serve. Guaza nowhere to go on that one. Schnacker tosses it. Guaza hoists it high. Schnacker tries again. Blocked solidly. That net is covered. Technical timeout number 2 finds SAVOGE threatening to close the deal. They are ahead by 8.
Siguro yung lesson na natutunan ko last season is siguro every point matters talaga sa game. Para ngayon, binibigay talaga namin yung 100% namin kahit saang bagay, sa ensayo, kahit sa labas ng court, binibigay talaga namin yung all out namin. So hopefully, hindi na kami doon sa point na laging sayang. This time, gusto namin talaga na makuha yung goal na.
And it looks like they have the material. It's now a matter of just getting the orchestra to play together well.
Yes. This is their chance. All the pieces are there now for SAVOGE.
5 straight points now by SAVOGE. Some new faces. Tubog seeing action for the first time. Jomar Soriano, second time to be on the floor, actually. 16-8 now. Guasa stops it. Soriano blocked, nowhere to go.
JP on fire in the blocking department. No entry for any swings.
Nobody is allowed. You have a passport? You have a visa? No.
Wala.
No. You stay in your airport. 6 straight points by SAVOGUE. Blocked again. It's Imperial this time.
Imperial. 1-on-1 against Soriano. Take a look at that.
It's hand position more than anything
Yes,
else.
shadow blocking.
10-point lead, the biggest. Soriano tries to find an angle, does.
Goes cross court this time. And CABSTARS need to find some way to get a spark plug here in set number 3, because this is the best showing so far of SAVOGUE.
Guasa will serve.
Oh!
Oh boy, how well was that kept? Such a deceptive play. Threw off everybody. Watch this.
JP being that decoy, blockers of CABSTARS blocking with Bugaon.
You know, the set was also not so high and not enough time to avoid the middle blocker fake. Eksakto lang yun.
I believe that set is called Sibat, from what I remember.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
A shoot set. And it can only work when, you know, you can't just force those types of plays. You can't just choose when you want to do it. It really has to be specialized with the reception, the setter.
Yep, you've got to be doing it in practice to know the exact time it will go to you. So Pinoy, Sibat.
Sibat. I remember that during my Ateneo days. Okay.
Oh, Baon, Bugaon. What a game he has played.
Yeah, just on point. SAVOGUE, and look at the score. We are in the 20 mark of SAVOGUE, and this is where they've played their best volleyball, reaching that 20 mark.
Austria. The set, problematic, yes. Is it no touch? They will challenge nonetheless.
Net fault challenge.
I'm just gonna check on the record of the CABSTARS. They have 1 win against 2 losses. If they lose here today, they will be tied somewhere at the bottom together with 3B. VNS is the only team that has not won so far. So, looks like the challenge was successful.
Yes.
Yes, it was.
Yes.
20-11 count. Uh-oh.
Sandali lang daw, ilalabas lang daw.
Up there, still in that
Oh.
challenge.
Oh, there was no call yet. Oh, yes, net fault.
So, it is still 20-11. Because I felt wala pang decision eh. No? Then suddenly, it looked like there was a decision. But here we go. 20-11. Na-traffic yung decision ko. Mali ang direksyon ng Waze. Kaboom. Soriano keeping it in play. That's jammed. Tough set. Tough set. Austria gives it over to Ramirez.
That's outside.
Out.
Bit underneath the ball in that sequence.
Yes, he was. Some new faces. SAVOGUE will use Joe Diwa. Nicolas, number 23. That's Dan Nicolas. So might as well empty the bench now. Give everybody a chance to get some hardcore time. Here's the serve.
That's tight. Still good.
No whistle. Oh, nice try. Nice try.
Good efforts by Nicolas and Diwa.
Paglao said, sorry, I couldn't keep it up. But it was a lively exchange. Austria swimming. 21-12. Blocked out.
Off the block for CABSTARS.
2 straight points.
Take a look at this one more time out of system play.
Ooh, that hurts.
And timely.
That lead is still 9. Gampong will be serving. He's been in and out of this game, actually. Soriano receiving.
There we
Guasa
go.
got a fingertip on him.
There we go. A point from Guaza. He's been silent this entire match. 2 points. Disorganized defense for SAVOGUE in that sequence with reception.
Igidasig scoring there. Ramirez. Hi, when you want the point, who do you gonna call?
Ramirez, whether from the left pin or the right pin, or even at the service line,
Yeah.
it just works.
$23-15. Too much on it. Ball on fire there.
Could not control that jump serve.
$23-16. And we arrive at match point.
Now, Coach Sydney having the luxury of putting more players on the court. Nicolas getting his first point of the match.
And Nicolas serving for the match. And we are done. We are done.
It's a 3-set victory by SAVOGUE, and what better way to end this match with one of the highlights and strengths of SAVOGUE, and that's the blocking.
And that should set the stage for a great battle between SAVOGUE and Crisscross on Sunday, the 3rd scheduled game, and the triple bill on Sunday. We'll close this in a short while, talk to our best player of the game, and be back quickly.
You're still watching the Spikers Turf Open Conference. Despite flashes of brilliance on the side of AEP CABSTARS, the SAVOGUE Aesthetic Spin Doctors remain unblemished to keep their win streak alive here in the Open Conference. At hindi ko lang kasama ang best player of the game, Louis Ramirez. We're also joined by his teammates right here. Louis, congratulations on the win. Grabe ang audience impact. Okay. Louis, pag-usapan natin yung third set na yon kasi yung first and second set medyo malapit siya, di ba? Pero sa third set na yon, mas malaki yung difference, mas malaki yung naging lamang ninyo. What spelled the difference in that third set?
Siguro sa third set, na-feel namin yung intensity ng bawat isa, then medyo nag-lapses na din yung kalaban. So andun yung chance na namin na ilayo yung score, then yun naman, na-contribute yung bawat isa para ilayo na yung score.
But I know, Louis, very special din sa'yo ang game na to dahil nakalaban mo yung mga former teammates mo. Kamusta ang experience na yun?
Masaya kasi sa loob ng court, medyo may konting yabang pero as a friend naman.
As a friend, well, Louis, this win puts the team at 4-0. Gaano kalaking boost ito para sa'yo and for the team moving forward to your last game in the first round of eliminations?
Yun, syempre unang-una, malaking bagay ito para ma-boost yung team, lalo na sa amin kasi nga criss-cross yung next namin na mga kalaban. So ito yung magiging stepping stone namin para maangat pa yung sarili namin pagdating sa game.
Very exciting game ahead. Louis, sino gusto mong pasalamatan?
Yun na, unang-una pinapasalamatan ko si Madam Sydney, then yung mga SAVOGE supporters, and syempre sa mga teammates ko, and yun sa lahat ng sumusuporta sa SPikersSturfph.
Thank you so much and congratulations, Louis, and to the rest of SAVOGE. We look forward to your next PaSAVOGE. But for now, balik po na sa inyo, Sir 7JP.
Thank you very much, Durinsoy Baguio. Good job as always. But that should set the stage for a great Sunday showdown, Jamie Lavitoria.
Yes, that definitely set the tone for SAVOGE. Gotta give credit to Caliado, Ramirez, JP, and Torres. And of course, NRC Sahu set beautifully in set number 1 and 2. We didn't talk about him too much, but it's because he was just so calm. He has that veteran presence. And as for CABSTARS, of course, they got to go back to the drawing board. Let's talk set 3 stats here. Take a look at the attacks. The disparity, it's not too far, but it's the blocking. 7 blocks in just set number 3. And take a look at that. 8 errors for CABSTARS. And SAVOGE only tallying 4 errors in set number 1. That was their best set today.
Okay, thank you, Jamie Lavitoria. And let's take a look at the schedule for Sunday for that Sunday showdown. Look at the third game. The first game, 3B up against AEP, VNS against ALP. So many letters here, huh? And SAVOGE against Criss Cross. That's the showdown to look forward to. Yung gagawa ng game na yan, 5 sets ka dyan. Bahala ka dyan. But we enjoy doing this for all of you. In behalf of Jamie Lavitoria and Durinsoy Baguio, thank you for joining us. Seb Sarmenta here saying, keep coming here to the Spikers Turf, where indeed power meets a ton of passion.